Let's delve into these 5 EastEnders spoilers for next week, including 2 surprise returns, someone taking a stand, and pregnancy suspicions. Stay put. Spoiler 1. Bianca's back. Sonia is surprised to see Bianca back in Wolford. Bianca greets Reese but soon worries when she hears that Zach has disappeared. Zach eventually returns home and is confronted by Bianca, who seeks answers over his behaviour. He fails to open up to Bianca and heads off. With Zach heading to the Vic to meet with Whitney, they soon find themselves talking to a mother named Wahida, who has a son with Usher syndrome. Bianca then talks to Zach again, but can she get through to him? Spoiler 2. Whitney's lies come undone. Whitney meets with Brittany's teacher to discuss her diagnosis, but Reese messes up and reveals that Whitney isn't the child's mum. Later on, social services turn up to take Brittany off Whitney, until they can confirm arrangements with Keeley. Whitney's heart breaks over the situation as Bianca and Zach team up to find Keeley. They manage to find her and meet up with her at Wolford East, but things don't go well. Bianca insults Keeley by criticising her parenting skills, with Keeley coming to the conclusion that Brittany shouldn't be in Whitney's care after all. Zach and Whitney and their family later go to the Vic to speak with someone who is visiting Johnny. But will Brittany be allowed to stay with Whitney in Wolford? Spoiler 3. Yolandi fears for Chelsea's safety. Feeling unable to attend prayer group, Yolandi opens up to Jean about her internal battle with her faith. Yolandi is inspired by Jean's wise words and goes back home, offering to arrange Jordan's baptism. Chelsea isn't a fan of Yolandi interfering though, and makes her feelings clear. After speaking to Denise and Patrick, Chelsea reconsiders things and allows Yolandi to help out. Chelsea then informs Pastor Clayton of the baptism, with the pastor soon inviting her into the community centre to arrange the event. Yolandi soon finds out that Chelsea is alone with the pastor and rushes over to the community centre to break off the meeting, worrying that Chelsea isn't safe in the pastor's company. Chelsea and Denise become really worried for Yolandi and advise Patrick to book her an appointment with her GP. After Yolandi demands that the pastor doesn't get involved with Jordan's baptism, Patrick's concerns for Yolandi grow when the hob catches fire, as she gets distracted when praying. Will she open up to her loved ones? And our last couple of spoilers are worth the wait. Don't go anywhere. Spoiler 4. Billy's dad turns up and becomes suspicious of Nadine. Lexi is unimpressed when Nadine turns up and reveals that she's been kicked out of her home, with Lexi suggesting that Nadine's been drinking, and with Billy bringing up the topic of a DNA test. Jay's got a lot on his mind. Nadine soon joins the family in the Vic for drinks, as Billy gives Honey a new engagement ring. However, things take a turn when Billy's dad, Stevie, arrives. Billy and Phil try to get Stevie to leave, but Honey tries to act as a peacemaker, encouraging Billy to see his dad. Billy agrees and talks to his dad about his childhood, but shuns him out again when the topic of Jamie is discussed. With Billy not wanting to have anything to do with Stevie, Lexi turns to him for help with Jay's situation. It isn't long before Stevie suggests that Nadine gets a DNA test, being suspicious of her pregnancy. But will this help him get back in Billy's good books? And finally, spoiler 5 sees Bianca inspire Bernie to go back to work. Denise and Linda feel awful as they witness Bernie stare at the cafe as it prepares to reopen. She's unable to go inside. Bianca soon tries to get herself a job at the cafe, whilst encouraging Bernie to return to work. Can Bernie face being back in the cafe after Keanu's death though? If you like this week's EastEnders spoilers, subscribe so you can come back next week for more Wolford news.